coming up on the burner account.
And if we lose to the Giants, Mike McCarthy's fired by the bye week. That's my prediction. If we lose Thursday, Mike McCarthy's fired by the bye week.
Like and subscribe.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of The Burner Account. We've got a Cowboys-centric show in store for you today, so let's get right into it. The Cowboys played the Ravens this past Sunday, and the Cows lose. Cows stink. Final score being 28-25. The score doesn't indicate just how lopsided this game really was, and the Cowboys defense continues to get gashed, and Derrick Henry kind of shows us what we could have had we just paid the $8 million that he's getting paid by Baltimore. Man. Probably would have given it to us cheaper than that.
Yep.
So, Julio, I'm gonna start with you, man. You watched the game. What are your biggest takeaways? We'll start with that. What are your biggest takeaways after another more predictable loss from the Cowboys?
Man, I didn't take anything away from that game. Honestly, I mean, basically the only thing that that showed anything of meaning to me as a Cowboy fan is the fact that they fought towards the end, which they should have been fighting from the beginning of the game instead of the end of the game. Again, like you just finished saying, the score doesn't really reflect the lopsidedness of the game through the duration of the game because, I mean, again, our defense gives up almost over 200 yards rushing. I think it was probably less or more than that. I'm not 100% sure on that.
It was 200 and something yards.
Yeah,
I believe. Derrick Henry had 151 by himself, something like that.
Yeah. So, I mean, I haven't taken anything away from these last two games, man. As a Cowboy fan, I'm very disappointed on the way that our defense has been showing up. Everybody wants to chalk it up to, or not showing up. Yeah, everybody wants to chalk it up to, still trying to figure it out, still trying to, find our groove. As I heard in Micah's podcast when he was talking about his piece.
He thinks we're Stella or what?
Yeah, he says that we're still trying to find our groove. The offense is still trying to figure out how to click together. A lot of the stuff there's a lot of stuff that I keep hearing or keep seeing that people passing off blame as to, oh well, Dak wasn't there for the OTAs, neither was CD. So they haven't really built that chemistry together to be able to play well together. And then the defense is like they're under a new system with Mike Zimmer. So they're still trying to figure stuff out. They're still trying to get into the swing of things. And to me, it just seems like a load of shit, to be quite honest with you.
Exactly.
And for me, it's like, you guys need to get your shit together. Let's start winning some damn games and not wait until the last, few minutes to try to make a run to come back late in the game. It's just, as a Cowboy fan right now, and you guys know, I'm the one that always says we're going to win by 40 every week. Every week, I always say we're going to win by 40.
Sniff 40.
We're going to the Super Bowl. That's me. I'm that guy. And right now, I am so beyond pissed off and beyond irritated. It's like, again, I'm hoping for the best, but for right now, if the Cowboys continue to play the way that they're playing right now up front, it's not looking good for Cowboys fans for the remainder of the season. I can tell you that much.
Yep. Yeah, man, I'm surprised at how similar we look to last year. This year, defensively, we still can't stop the run. We still are playing bad defense. Nothing has really changed, but the roster overall got worse over the offseason. So there was no real anticipation for positive results. I know from us here on the podcast, like maybe you, Julio, but everybody else, we had no real expectations of anything positive happening. How do you get worse on your roster but anticipate better results? It's just not possible. You got Jerry being cheap. He didn't want to pay for Derrick Henry in the offseason. And now we're running out Rico Dowdle. We're running out Deuce Vaughn. We're running out Zeke Elliott barely. And we don't have a run game. So everything's on Dak to throw the ball. So again, if you want to blame Dak for this loss, you're an idiot because it's not on Dak. Like Dak's doing what he can with what he's got. Him and CD are a little bit off still, but I blame that on the fact that you didn't do anything in the preseason. Like a lot of these starters at least play a quarter of a game, a half of a game. These guys they're just like, nah, we'll wait till the season starts to try to ramp it up.
We're
So
one.
go ahead.
Sorry, Joe. We're one of the only teams that sits all of our starters.
It's just dumb.
It makes no sense.
You have to get your body ready, like fully ready for
acclimated.
contact.
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb and Dak are yelling at each other on the sidelines, and that's that doesn't look like, bro, like you're not on the same page. You don't have a rapport with one another yet. Not to say that it won't happen. And Dak's out here throwing 50 plus balls a game. That's not a recipe for success. We don't have any semblance of a run game, so we're a one-way threat only. The defense knows they don't have to worry about the run game because it's non-existent. So what do? Defenses are doing to us what our defense wants to do. They're pinning their ears back and they're coming after Dak. Why? Because they're not scared. They're not scared of any other threat. So you have an offensive line that's playing subpar. You have a defense that is non-existent. Everybody looks bad. And Mike Zimmer was supposed to be a guy that came in here, brought in some discipline, some toughness, and it's the same old BS from this Cowboys defense. And they asked Jerry Jones on the radio, like, hey, there a lot of people put onus on you as the reason why this roster is bad and why the team is not good. Do you accept that? And he's like, absolutely. It's on me because ultimately no decisions get made without my blessing. And the bottom line is this is his roster. The game has passed him by. Mike McCarthy's on the hottest of hot seats. The team doesn't care because he's a lame duck coach. It's just a recipe for disaster. Every coach here is a lame duck coach. Nobody got a contract extension. So what are you really playing for? This is a rebuild year without calling it a rebuild year. What are you gonna do? So me personally, all I got from it was the Cowboys are gonna suck worse than I thought they were this year. I don't necessarily if we play like this consistently, we're not even gonna make it to 500 on Mike McCarthy's last year here. And if we lose to the Giants, Mike McCarthy's fired by the bye week. That's my prediction. If we lose Thursday, Mike McCarthy's fired by the bye week.
Who would take his place?
Hell, who knows? Mike Zimmer, maybe.
Probably put
Zimmer.
That's not any better, but just to bring in some stats into the conversation.
I'm just saying, bro. So it's terrible. And then at the end, you get the garbage time, and the Cowboys are just trying to make it close. They scored 19 in the fourth, but it wasn't even that close. The only bright spot we have is Brandon Aubrey.
That's it. We got a field goal kicker. We know that for
a fact. Damn good one too.
We can't win off of field goals. It's just not going to happen.
No.
However, I do want to bring up this point of right here. I don't know if y'all see that. I don't know if y'all
Yeah.
can see that.
Damn near
Rushing
300
274.
rushing yards.
274 versus our 51. How many running backs do we have? And just let me
We got
call.
4. And Jerry Jones was asked again today. Do you anticipate, putting Dalvin Cook in this week? No, I'm happy with the roster we have right now. Why?
Why are you
What the hell has
surprised?
anybody done?
Why are
Hold
you
on.
surprised?
I know T is not talking. I know T is not talking right now.
T said Zeke was going to have over 1,000 yards rushing this year.
He said 15. He said 1,500. That's what he
I
said,
think he
right?
said 1,500 combined, but he said over 1,000 rushing. Bro, Zeke.
Y'all told
this
me
roster.
y'all told me that the line was back to what it used to be.
No, I don't.
Yes, y'all did.
Excuses,
When we
bro.
drafted Tyler Guyton, y'all said, "Well, this Cowboy offensive line is prime line to be
300 yards.
Don't
Thomas,
you
Zach Martin,
zero excuse.
boy, come on now, man.
You said we didn't need Henry. Henry was
I did
washed
not
up
say
and
that.
old.
I never said that. So I was definitely. I said, go get Derrick Henry, bro. I was the first person. I was the first person on this podcast that said, go get Derrick Henry. Joe backed it up. Then you backed it up.
I
And
backed
then
it up first. I said it the
bro,
first
you
week he was.
can't learn if you
I
talking.
said,
Close your mouth and listen.
hell,
I said, go get King Henry. Y'all, you didn't even want him here in the beginning, bro.
I
And
never,
then when he was
said
he
that.
was the only available running back left, you was like, why don't they go get Derrick Henry? All right,
Bro.
Well, wait. Hold on, bro. Because it don't fall on any of us because he signed a contract for how many millions of dollars?
8.
And we couldn't afford that? And how much money did we spend this offseason doing what?
That's your owner.
Nothing.
Paying that. Anyway,
bro,
time out, bro.
We're paying Zeke like 4 or 5. Plus, we had to pay Dak a $5 million bonus because we delayed his contract signing. So we gave him like a $5 million bonus that we could have easily put towards Derrick Henry right there. That's 9 to 10 millies right there.
Bro,
Derrick Henry's only 8.
Yep.
Bro, here's my thing.
No.
Because I wasn't done. I wasn't done, bro. Here's my thing here, bro. We never go out and do anything in the off season, ever. We know we don't go get free. Never. But it kills me that people bought in when Jerry said, we're all in. And I sat here and said, y'all gonna believe this bullcorn? Like, when do we ever do something in free agency? So when all of these players became available, bro, we let players go for the unknown. Like we let
bring Zeke back. What are you talking about?
I said bring Zeke back when he was the only option that was out. What you rather see, bro? Zeke or Deuce Vaughn?
I'd rather see
Deuce Vaughn
to
is
be
a
honest.
wasted roster spot, fam. Wasted roster spot.
Zeke or Deuce Vaughn, bro. And listen, I'm not even trying to boo-boo on Deuce Vaughn. It's just we have 2 years of, but we got 2 years of he's not the answer. We have I think 2 or 3 years of Rico Dowdle is not the answer. So what are we gonna do?
And Rico Dowdle's the best option we have. That's the sad part.
Well, hold on. That's the thing, because when I said go get Barkley, everybody on this damn podcast. Let me talk.
I did. I said they wouldn't do it.
Let me talk.
I'm not gonna let you spread the line, bro. I'm not.
I know you ain't gonna say that nobody else on this podcast said go get Saquon. I said go get Saquon.
I said the same thing, and there was people on here that said he was washed. He gets hurt all the time. We don't need him. That's what the argument was. We don't need him. And then I said, when Henry became available, I said, why don't we go get Henry? Then it was the same thing. He's old. He can't hit the hole anymore. Boy, he hit that hole
The only
Sunday.
person that said that was Joe.
No, it was you. It was you
not
because
me,
it was
bro.
your
Nobody
argument.
said
It was
I said go get.
it was
I
me.
said go get Derrick Henry, bro.
And you wanted,
I
and you,
definitely said go get Derrick Henry.
and you wanted,
And that's all
I said, go
You
get
wanted,
I said Derrick Henry was
there was,
old and he
Was
and he was
old.
losing the step
there
because
was,
he's the only option in Tennessee and they were beating the tar out of him. And minus this game, he really hasn't done much. But he looked like a damn old King Henry to me this past weekend.
Bro, but we arguing about it.
and then when Zeke, you were all excited about Zeke's bum ass coming back
Bro,
here.
we gonna let
That
you-
hasn't
go
done
ahead and
shit.
finish your fucking soliloquy, bro, because
hasn't
I'm trying to get to the
done
point that you're making.
Anything,
Like-
my guy. We
Okay.
don't have a run game. We don't have any running backs, even though we have 4. It's kind of sad that well, 2 actually, Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry made our team look freshmanish, like a freshman squad. It's fucking sad. You paid Zeke, wasted money. You're paying. I'm not gonna blame Dak. It wasn't Dak's fault this year or this game. You got CD Lamb, ain't worth it. You know what I'm trying to say. He ain't worth shit either.
Continuous drops.
Continuous drops.
But just get the fucking ball.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
Look.
I need more targets to drop.
Look, bro. Fire the whole damn team at this point. I'm done. And we have to watch because we do this podcast. That is torture. I don't like watching games now. I really don't.
I ain't even gonna hold you, fam. I
Bro,
fell asleep at halftime and did not watch the rest of the game.
Bro,
I was out by half.
You didn't need to watch this game to know how that game went, bro. When you looked up at halftime and you saw, I think it was, what was it, 33, like 33-6 or something like that, 28-6.
No, final was 28-25. So yeah, it was 28-6, something like that.
You're having flashbacks of the other game, the Saints.
No, bro.
The Saints.
Bro, at halftime, it had to be like you probably right. But
they were up 14, I think 14-0.
Bro, that's back-to-back butt cuttings at home.
Bro, look, when you looked at halftime and you saw how this game went, bro, and then when you look at the final score, it told you that the score was not indicative of how the game went. Bro, we sitting here arguing about who said what and when they said it. At the end of the day, it don't fucking matter because they didn't go do anything. They went and did the same thing that they do every single season. And I sat here telling you, Jay, that we're not gonna do nothing anyways, bro. And I think I want to say before we even got to this season, bro, I really think I said something. I'm gonna go back and find it. I think I said, bro, watch them bring back Zeke. When they passed on everybody else, I said, watch them bring back Zeke. And that's exactly what they did, bro.
You got behind it.
What I wanted. That's not what I wanted, bro. When I said go get Derrick Henry. But you are so removed from listening because you're too busy talking about jack shit.
I listened to what you say because you said he was going to drop 15.
I never said don't go get Derrick Henry. I never said that.
Yeah. Yes, you did.
So
you didn't say clarification. It was 21-6 at the half. 21-6 at the half.
So 21-6 at halftime, bro, and they scored how many more points, bro? And we
7 more in the third. That's it.
Bro, we tried to make up ground, and the issue is, and it has been since game 1, bro. We trading touchdowns for field goals.
Mm-hmm.
We trading touchdowns for field goals, bro.
Yeah, you're not gonna win games like that.
When you look at the statistics, the stats look good. Dak threw for 300 plus yards. The run game was non-existent.
Stats don't mean shit though.
The,
You gotta
the,
win it.
the defense did what? Give up 200 plus yards rushing like they always do.
274.
Damn
Bro,
near 300.
we haven't, for whatever reason, and at this point, I think we can all agree that, bro, it's not coaching. It's not the training that they doing. Bro, it's the players. It's just the players.
Culture. It's the culture.
You don't. No, I'm speaking in regards to the run game defensively. You don't have the players to stop the run. You do not have the players to stop the run. So why do you keep putting that product out on the field and thinking that you can go bargain basement shopping for no-name defensive tackles to stop the run? We haven't done anything.
I don't think that we don't have the players. I think we're not smart enough to communicate as a defense. We get a little motion and you see everybody looking confused. Like nobody's out there communicating, say, hey, I'm picking this up, I'm going this way. Bro, everybody's kind of doing their own thing. Mike is out here saying we're playing Superman ball, like everybody wants to be the hero. Nobody's
I
being
mean,
disciplined. So I don't know if it's the players' inability to physically do it or mentally do it. But
Bro,
I'll let you
it's the
judge.
inability to physically do it. We've seen that year after year. We lost in LA a few years back in the playoffs. Why? Because they ran the ball for how many yards? Damn near 300 yards. Every time we lose to San Francisco, what do? Run the ball. Bro, we cannot stop the run with the players that we have. We changed the scheme. We changed the coaches. We changed, allegedly, we changed the culture. And what do we still have? The same players, bro. Offensively, I mean, the offensive woes, bro, in red zone, like I said, bro, like I said, week one, I'm not excited because we waited till hours before the game to sign Dak.
1 hour before the game.
Weeks before the game, a week before the game to sign CD. So the entire offseason, they had no time together whatsoever. And we just took them out there week one. And outside of one big, well, he didn't even have one big play, but bro, it's showing. Like it's showing, bro, all of the stuff that matters, the little shit that's supposed to matter, it's showing its ugly head. So I'm not surprised, bro. I'm not, I'm not upset. I mean, Jay want to argue his points about who was right and who was wrong, bro. You was right. I'll give it to you because I'm not going to argue with you because
about
clearly,
goddamn time.
because you just want to be right. So
I
I'm gonna
was
let you.
right.
I'm gonna
I
let you
am
be
right.
right, bro.
I am
So
right. I told you Zeke wasn't
if you
gonna run
believe
for
that,
for
then
1,000
okay.
yards. I told you that shit. I did
You
say
also
that.
told me. You also told me that I was the person that said, "Don't go get Derrick Henry." So
Yeah.
okay.
You were the person that said,
And I
remember
said he
that
was
time
on
you
my
said
stuff. Okay.
that
I
you
remember
said
saying to go
do
get
not
Derrick Henry.
comply.
Carry
I
on.
didn't say do not comply. Remember that? Yeah, I remember
Yep,
that too. Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, you
And
right.
I
Stay
heard
right.
that I didn't say that shit.
Yeah,
So
you
You
said
a
it.
carry on.
damn lie, fam.
You
You a
said it, man.
damn lie.
Go check. Go check the video out.
Go check tape. Go check tape on that. Please,
You
somebody
need
go
to
check tape.
rewind that at least 3 or 4 times and watch it. You said it.
What do you think about Micah and Tank getting into it so early? CD and Dak getting into it so early? Are we losing control of the team this 3 weeks into the season, or is that just tempers
Growing
get
pain.
heated, or like what is that? Like what do you think that's indicative of 3 weeks in that we're already seeing the infighting amongst the team? It started in the off season with who was it? Was it Hooker that said
Yeah.
Micah needed
Okay,
to?
Malik. Yeah.
Yeah, he said Micah didn't need to be worrying about his podcast every week. He needs to just play ball.
I mean, Was he
that the
lying
team
though?
ain't together is what
Was he
they.
lying though? I don't think he's lying, and it's showing. So,
Bro, I'm gonna be honest. I really don't give a shit about that. I think that many teams have played with that are great teams, had players amongst those teams that didn't like one another, but they still went out there and played, balled, and potentially won championships. So, bro, go ball. Like, if you don't want to ball, go ball.
Bro.
that's the
If
thing. They're fighting and they're not even balling.
If you're the great defenses are in lockstep, they're in unison, they're working together. They might get a little bit aggressive with one another, but they're all rowing in the same direction. This team is 11 different brands on defense out there worried about themselves and their little stats, and they're not working towards a common goal together. So you couple that with now you're arguing with one another and you're more focused on your little quarrels than you are about the betterment of this team.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bad sign for what to expect coming up. That's what I'm saying. Like teams that we looked at originally and we're like, hey, you know what? That's an easy dub. That's an easy dub. You can't take these teams for granted anymore. I
No.
watched the Commanders beat the Bengals last night, and I was like, the Commanders might have a quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Who is their quarterback?
Jaden Daniels,
Okay.
Rook. You know, Dan Quinn might have him a quarterback. He might have himself a little squad. Daniel Jones is goofy as hell, but you know the Giants. All
This
they got to do is
year
run,
that
and we're gonna be in trouble.
this might be the year that Daniel Jones beats us. So
Yes,
Wow.
yes. And the Eagles. I
but
mean,
that's how
the Eagles
sorry,
can run the rock.
bro. That's how
He,
sorry the Cowboys look. They look
I'm
just as
sorry the
they look
defense is
so
playing
sorry,
with each other. That's why.
bro. They look so sorry that the New York Football Giants could potentially beat us this year. That's how sorry,
God, dog.
bro.
We're so pedestrian, and there's no you don't see anybody trying to fix it. Mike
No.
McCarthy's getting heated with reporters during the post game pressers. Jerry Jones is talking to Jamie Foxx about dude's dingus
dick size.
sizes, and then he's like,
Yep.
"I don't remember that." I mean, it's out of control, dog. Like, what are we doing? This team is in
He could have
trouble.
got King Henry. That you know.
Bro, let it go, bro. He's with the Ravens.
yeah.
Over.
That's a
So,
moot
I just
point at
say
this point.
he could have
yeah,
seen his
It's
dingus.
bro.
If he would have seen his dingus, he probably would have signed him.
That's at this point, all the coulda, woulda, shouldas ain't gonna help this team. All I can say is, if I continue to see this type of performances from the Cowboys, it's gonna make for a long season, and this
long season.
podcast
I'm
is
done
gonna
now. I'm
be
done after. I'm
hard
done.
to
We
discuss.
let them lose next week. I'm done with the season, and they're not getting no more. I swear to God, like this is embarrassing, bro. Like y'all not even putting up fights, bro. Like this look like,
Not even close.
bro. And you know, we saw glimpses of this last year, and it started with losing with Green Bay. I think that loss to Green Bay has carried over into this season. The same thing is happening to us, bro. They get teams getting off to an early lead. And it's like I said, bro, we have no home field advantage. Like when you go to San Fran, like San Fran is they out there now. When you go to Cincinnati or when you go down there to Houston, bro, those teams come out for their teams. No, those fans come out for their team.
Yeah,
Bro, the Cowboys fans, it feel like they done figured it out. Like y'all putting some bullshit out there, and y'all want us to come out here and spend $10 on beers, $20 on food, $300 just to get in and have trash ass seats in the nosebleed. Like, why am I gonna do all that and y'all going out there losing by getting blown out in the first half of games?
Dog,
I'm not
I
gonna.
think this team has defended 27 passes in the last 2 weeks. Think about that. This is a passing league. This
Here you
league
go.
is built on a quarterback that can throw the ball and
Yep.
run the ball second. And teams are coming in here and just running the rock, and then sprinkling in a pass here and there. That
Yep.
makes
Making
zero sense.
making themselves look great just because they can come in here and run the rock on us all up and down the field all damn day, and there's nothing we can do to stop it. And that is
No,
the most
I'm not trying to crap
frustrating
on Derek
thing.
Carr, but Derek Carr, fan,
Bro, used
Exactly.
car look like a new car out there.
For real.
Played us,
Yeah.
bro.
And then they
Derek
go and
Carr,
play the Eagles, and bro, I don't know if any of y'all saw that game
I did.
against the Eagles. Man, they did not look as good as they looked against the damn Cowboys
Hell
at
no.
all. Not even Alvin Kamara, he didn't even look good against the Eagles defense. So I was like, how the hell is an Eagles defense, an Eagles team that supposedly has a washed up running back that is injury prone, that has Jalen Hurts that's subpar to Dak, that doesn't have the receiving core that we have, and this and that and the other. How the hell do they beat the damn Saints, but we can't even beat them?
Because
Now,
you don't want to admit or believe that we sorry, bro.
Right.
We sorry.
Not we don't want to admit. The owner doesn't want to admit.
Yeah,
that
the owner
this roster he put together,
That's for sure.
his genius mind put together is cheap.
Nah,
Yeah,
Like,
if
we
you
out
ask
here.
him all
it-
day, oh yeah, I love my roster. Yeah, I love this team.
What the
This
hell
team,
else
this
can
is
he
our best
say?
team.
I messed
bro,
up. My
any
bad.
fan that their argument is, how could another team do this to a team that we lost to because we got this receiving core and we got this and this and that?
On paper.
They don't want to believe that we sorry. Like, we sorry.
Y'all,
The Dallas Cowboys are sorry, bro. I've seen enough to know that they sorry this year.
these are some crazy stats. Now, I'll just say this. In the past 3 games, we haven't rushed for 100 yards. We haven't had high receiving over 100 yards either. Ferguson was last game was 95 yards. Dowdle was 32 rushing yards, and that was the highest. We're cooked, boys. We're cooked.
It's wraps. It's wraps already. At this point, football this season just ain't doing it for me. Like, I'm watching the other teams with the bad beats that I'm just like, man, that team should have no business losing. And then I'm looking at my team and I'm like, I ain't got no business talking smack about no other team losing.
We
The
can't
way
say
we look,
nothing. And
hell no.
we got New York, we have Pittsburgh, and
Lost.
Detroit.
That's what I'm saying. Pittsburgh is looking nice. I'm not saying they're world beaters, but hell, they're winning.
Yeah.
Detroit, oh my God. Detroit is gonna have a field day, literally a field day with this team. They might run it up for 500 on us. 500 yards, easy. It's gonna look like a college football game.
But hey, we might beat San Francisco. They still have hurt players and stuff.
Because
There's a
everybody's
bright
hurt.
side. There's a bright side.
We'll find a way to
This
mess
is,
that
and
up.
that's going to be the irritating part. If we do end up beating the 49ers, they're going to be like, well, hell, everybody is hurt on that team. Of course you beat the 49ers.
Fam,
That's going to be the next
this
one.
is the year that we should have taken advantage. You give up your opportunity to get ahead of Philly. You give up your opportunity to get ahead of San Francisco. You give up your opportunity to get ahead of Green Bay. All those guys got something going on. And what are we doing? Healthy as hell, can't win no games.
Bro, I'm thinking like we play Philly twice.
Every
I
year.
don't even want
Every
to
year.
think. I don't want to think about those games at all. It's gonna be a slaughter, bro.
It's gonna be bad, guys. So I don't know, man. This just was a bad week for the Cowboys, for Cowboys fans, and for anybody that gives two craps about the Dallas Cowboys. We're sorry for you because it just ain't it, man. These Cowboys just ain't about it this year. So I'll continue to support and love them, but man, I don't know how much. Like T said, I don't know how much
Till I
time I
die.
can give them, but we're gonna do what we can.